Oh, fellow Nigerians, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night. I am George Onibi. Of course, I've been struggling with some teaching issues to see how I will make my presentation today. But as you already know, we are not backing down for any reason. And so let us move on and see how it goes at this moment. Our topic today is simply titled, The Order of the Custodians or the Teacher. Is the brain boss behind every organization. For some time now, I've been addressing a team, going through a series with the team, the 4 orders. We've been able to comprehensively present the order of the merchandise. And yesterday, we laid the foundation for the order of the teacher or the custodians. And now, the reason why we have to go through this process is to enlighten our brothers, my Abo people, the people of the South region, the supposed minority in the concept and idea of one Nigeria, in order to enable every one of us to rise up to the occasion. Because if we fail to make use of what is given to us, everything that we have will be taken from us. And now I have been referencing to the book of Ephesians 4, from verse 11 to 14, where the Apostle Paul said, "For it is he who gave some to be apostle, prophets, pastors, teachers, and evangelists." It simply said that this order is for the edification of the body of Christ, to equip the saints till they grow to the level of maturity that will enable them to attain to perfection. And these 4 orders, as far as the community is concerned, ranging from the settlement or hamlet down to the global community. In the absence of this order, fully in operation in any organization, they will not be able to attain to the level of civilization which they desire. The people of Agbo, the people of the South region, has been ignorant of this order. And that is why today, instead of Nigerian progressing, certain group of individuals has formed a league where they tell you that they own Nigeria, where they tell you that they are majority. Not because they are majority, because they want to protect the interest of everybody. They are driven by greed. And so we will begin to expose their atrocious act against the indigenous people of Nigeria. We'll begin to enlighten every Nigerian to enable everyone to stand up to the occasion and the challenge. And now if you look at the order of the teacher, who are also known as the custodian, I want you to first of all, let us look at the title, which is the brain boss behind every organization. Some of you will begin to wonder, what is brain boss? If you take automobile as example to cite what brain boss is, there is a particular component in every vehicle, most especially modern day automobile. The brain boss become the component, a part in the vehicle that is responsible for controlling and issuing command for effective performance of such vehicle. And then in the human terms, when they say it's a brain boss, it's also applicable as the commanding or controlling aspect of human mind that enables each individual to process the information at their disposal. And so the brain boss is the most powerful aspect of any automobile. Let me explain further. There was a time I used a particular car. That was when I know what the brain boss is. This car is new. This car was okay. Very clean car. But it has faults. And every time I try to repair it, it ends up leading to another fault. I've struggled for almost a year to repair this car, all to no avail. And then a friend of mine advised me to take it to where they will diagnose the car. And this was the era where diagnosing car was not common. We went to a mechanic workshop when they used their computer to diagnose my car. And the moment they run the computer, they said my brain boss is bad. And so they brought another brain boss and replaced the one that the car came with. The long story is that the moment they changed the brain boss, the controlling, the commanding part of the vehicle began to work perfectly well. The brain boss is very tiny, but it controls every aspect of that vehicle. It's just like the teacher. In every society today around the world, you will see a majority of the people do not respect teachers. Teachers are poorly paid. Teachers are not reverend. Teachers are not even recognized. If you go back even to the church setting, citing from Ephesians 4:11, you see the 5 ministry food gift. You will notice that you will never see any man of God that will tell you that I'm a teacher, because they are not respected. Every man of God supposedly claim to be pastor, evangelist, prophet, apostle. They don't tell you they are teacher, but what they don't know is that the most powerful of these 5 ministry food gift is the teacher. Because yes, the apostle are the one that have the blueprint. If they die with the blueprint, who will teach others to follow the blueprint? The teacher. The prophet may be the one that revealed the mind of God. And when the prophet died with his gift of prophecy, who is to interpret the prophecy, rightly dividing the word of the truth in the absence of the prophet? The teacher. When the evangelist provoked the people with the word of God, in the absence of the prophet, who is to communicate the teaching of the evangelist to the people? The teacher. And when the pastor must lead the people, who is to communicate the biblical principle to the congregation? You will see at the end of the day, the teacher. But yet, teachers are not respected. But now, whether you respect it or not, what they are out there to do, nobody can undo it. And in their absence, nothing will exist. Now, let's look at it from the other way around. When the colonial masters invaded the world, when they invaded America, when they invaded India, when they invaded China, when they invaded Japan, when they invaded China, when they invaded Nigeria, they came first of all with the order of the merchandise. They came as traders. You cannot forget in a hurry that Nigeria was first a company, Royal Niger Company. That was how they took our land from us, through the order of the merchandise. And so they came that they come to buy palm oil, they come to buy slave, they come to buy commodities. But before you know, they owns the land. But they couldn't take away our land because every ethnic group in Nigeria began to mount resistance. The Benin fought the British people severally. The Ekumeku warriors did their work. There were resistance, stiff resistance across Africa against the imperialists. And they knew of the truth that they would not be able to take Africa through the order of the merchandise. And so they improvised and initiated the order of the teachers. That is when they brought us religion. The Arabians know this. They brought Islam with people like Utsmada Fuju to teach us the way of Allah. This is the order of the custodian or the teachers. They brought Catholic priests and all that supposed priests on the other side of the Christian. They were teaching us how to go to heaven with Jesus Christ. That is the order of the teacher. And of course, Chinwe Achebe rightly said in his book, titled Things Fall Apart, he said, the wise man is very clever. They told us that our culture and traditions are bad. And they brought their religion to us. And now our young men has embraced it. And if we say, let us fight these young men, our own brothers will fight against us because they believe what they have been taught by the white man. And now you see what held us together has been torn apart. And if you watch closely, it was the order of the custodian, the teacher, that they used to conquer whoever they conquer. And not until we know how to make proper use of the order of the custodian or the teacher, not until we know how to apply it rightly, we are not going anywhere. And the moment the order of the teachers was initiated, they took absolute control of America. They took absolute control of China. They took absolute control of Japan. They took absolute control of India. They took absolute control of Africa. But all these people know the truth I'm about to expose to you. They mounted up resistance and they took their life back. And now, why am I saying this today? In Nigeria, the Igbo people have capitalized on the order of Machenda. to take away our life. And they have discovered that they cannot be able to do that because we have mounted resistance. Biafra agitation and unity begging did not work, but they have improvised. And now they are operating on the order of the teacher, the custodians. And some of you have been wondering, why is George Onibe against Igbo unity? George Onibe is against Igbo unity with Ikwere people, against Igbo unity with Eka people, Anyoma people, against Igbo unity with anybody they are trying to unite with. Because they are indirectly initiating the order of the custodian, the order of the teacher. What are they doing? They are teaching us that we are who we are not. I want you to look at all the people going about to beg for unity. They will tell you, you people are Igbo, you people are Igbo. They are teaching our children that they are Igbo. If we agree that we are Igbo, that will be the end of all of us. They are not teaching them that they are Igbo because they want us to benefit what they are benefiting as Igbo. No, they are teaching our children that they are Igbo so that they can take our land, so that they can control us and the rest of it. I want you to pay attention. Abo people, Maeka people, Anyoma people, Southside people, Edo people, all of you, look at all these people that are teaching our people that Igodomigodo is Biafra, Akatamikata is Biafra, everybody is Biafra. What do you think that they are doing? You think they are stupid? And that is the reason why we must resist them. Because if we fail to disagree with them, if we fail to call them out why they are going behind every midnight, spending millions of naira to tell our people that they are sub-Igbo group, if you do not do anything, they will take away your history. They will take away your culture, your tradition. They will take away your heritage. And then you are gone as a people. Let me digress a little bit. I want you to go back and look at the eras of the imperialists, the supposed colonial master. I want you to date it back to the eras of the emperor, the Greeks, the Persians, and the rest of them. Do you know what they usually do? When they conquer a people, the first thing they do is to destroy their history. And once they destroy their history, the people will not be able to know who they are. Once you are isolated as a branch of a tree from the root of that tree, you will die. And this was a very important strategy for them to destroy a people. And now, I need you to follow what is going on. They are trying to re-educate Africans now. They know civilization started from Africa. They can trace it back to the Moors or the Kemites. They can trace it back and tell you it's Egypt. I want you to check that in more than 3 centuries, if they want to present these Egyptian artifacts, like the mummies, if they want to present all these pyramids and other statues, ancient statues of Egypt, I want you to watch their nose. All their noses are broken. Because the imperialist teacher do not want you to know these people are black people. See, they break the nose of all the pharaoh lions. After breaking the nose, we now begin to ask questions. Why did you break the nose of all these pharaoh lions? The statues, of course. They cannot cover it. And everybody know that the pyramids and everything they are talking about, the ancient civilization, whether they change the story or not, all of them are African-oriented. All of them started from Africa. Now, I need you to watch the social media closely. They are starting re-educating us, philosophically injecting certain ideas into our brain, into our mind, trying to make us believe that the ancient Egyptians did not build the pyramids and all the archaeological discovery of ancient civilization. They want to take the credit from Africans that they are not responsible, because some of them will present this teaching on the social media platform. They will say, how could ancient Egypt build the pyramids when they were living like primitive and has access to only primitive tools? How could they live such huge size of stone in a primitive age where they do not have the modern technology that can lift it up in a time like this? They give you certain ideas that will make you say, wow, this is true. And they are now trying to tell you that these were the work of aliens. My brother, they are not the work of any aliens. They are philosophically giving you, re-educating you. This is the work of the teacher. If you take the teacher for granted, you will be destroyed. That is the reason why Africa has not been able to rise. Africans are the only people that will tell you that do not study philosopher in school. They are useless because they do not know that philosophers are the ones who are indirectly re-engineering human process and civilization. even without saying a word. They look at us and they throw the corn for us. They put the bait and they get us where they want us to be. But because we cannot make use of the art of philosophy does not mean that it is useless in a modern day. But those who know this truth are indirectly behind the scene, philosophically changing our life. Igbo people of Nigeria, the one that say they are Biafra, they know this truth. And so all they need to do is pay people and come on social media. And then they begin to shout, Abo is Igbo, Abo is Igbo, Eka people are Igbo, Anyocha people are Igbo, Oshimiri people are Igbo. Igbo, their land is Igbo land, their language is Igbo language. And you will just feel, but there's nothing there. My brother, your children that are coming up, we believe that Abo land is Igbo land, that Abo language is Igbo language, that Ikwere land is Igbo land, that Ikwere language is Ikwere Igbo language. My brother, by the time they will come for you, I will not be there. You will not be there. These are the work of teachers. Teachers are so powerful that whether you accept it or not, whether you admit it or not, they are either responsible for the development of any country or they are responsible for the destruction of any country, depending on how they choose to initiate their ministry gift, their function. Now, let's look at it again so that you will understand. When the colonial master came, all these terrorists, King Leopold and the rest of them, their gun could not bend the will of the people to submission. Everything they did would not bend the will of the people. And then they introduced religion to teach us how to die with grace. They teach us how to respect our master. They teach us not to be rebellious so that we go to heaven. They teach us different cock and bull story, and we embraced it. They didn't force it to us. Yes, they may add some pressure, but first of all, they taught us. Today, some of us cannot resist that teaching. How will someone will believe in Allah and can kill the rest of fellow Africans to protect Allah? Christian in Nigeria will rather kill everybody for Jesus Christ without questioning it. But then we are not reasoning that these are the work of the teacher. They did their job well. When Paul began to enlighten even the Roman emperor, when he appeared before Caesar in Rome, Caesar said, "Guy, over knowledge is worrying you. You almost convinced me." This is the work of teachers. And so when we talk about custodian, they are the one that will come out and begin to teach you. If they teach you right thing, you will succeed. If they teach you the wrong thing, you will fail. They call them philosophers. Tell me, how can you measure development? How can you measure civilization without the work of philosopher, which are simply the custodian, which are simply the teachers? Any people who don't have anybody teaching them their history, their culture, their tradition, their value system, those people will disappear. Should I remind you that Utsman Dan Fodio, to take over the life of Hausa people, came as a teacher? Today, the lesson he taught Hausa people, I'm sure it's going to take 1,000 years for Hausa people to recover from it. Today, Igbo people are in our community teaching us that we are Igbo, teaching us that we are sub-Igbo group, teaching us rubbish. But go and look at all of them. They teach you to hate Nigeria. They teach you to castigate Nigeria. They teach you that their ethnic group is better than your ethnic group. They teach you every rubbish. Now let's look at the imperialist aspect. Maybe that will make you understand better. The imperialists have to teach us, demonize what we are doing in order to justify their crime against us as a people. And so they tell you, these people are barbaric, these people are cannibal, these people are evil, these people are uncivilized. They begin to teach the rest of the world to believe the same thing. Look at black people, how we are looked down in the whole world till tomorrow morning. Don't let anybody deceive you. They see you as a lower animal. They believe they are more superior than you. They teach their children to do the same thing. They teach you to be a racist. They teach you to hate your neighbor based on skin color, based on continent where they come from. They teach you to do all this evil you are doing. You did not come with them. Take, for instance, a child born, a Caucasian child that is born, and then a black African child. Put them in the same house. Nurture them together. Bring them up together. Don't teach them anything. You will see they will respond towards loving each other. They will respond towards caring for each other. But the moment you begin to teach them Don't you know you are superior? Don't you know you are better? Don't you know that guy is lower? That is where racism comes up from. That is where division comes up from. And they pretend they don't know what they are doing. So each time the Igbo man tell you, we are the most intelligent tribe in Africa, they are teaching you to accept inferiority position. Each time the Igbo in Nigeria, the Biafra one will tell you that we are the richest tribe. They are telling you that you are poor. You have to be submissive for them so that they can feed you. Each time they tell you that you speak their language and you answer their name, they are telling you that everything you have belongs to them. You don't exist. The order of the teacher. They are very dangerous. They are more powerful than the merchandise. They are more powerful than the monarchs. They are more powerful than the slave because they are the controlling force. They are the commanding force that runs an organization, that influence the community. So now, if we must survive them, every ethnic group in Nigeria must rise up and begin to teach their people the truth that they need to know about themselves. You will not understand, but this has gone beyond even the level you can be able to envisage where they are going to. We were taught in school about evolution, that we, the black, evolve from chimpanzee, ape, monkey, and baboon. But the question is, if we were monkey and baboon, and we evolved, why do we still have monkey and baboon and chimpanzee? And then at different instances, they teach you different conqueror story. This is to keep you down where they want you to be. Fellow Nigerians, South people, beware of Biafra people. When they tell you you are a Biafra, you people are Biafra, they are trying to re-educate your people. They are trying to destroy your people. This is the time for you to begin to teach your people. You must establish the order of the custodian, the order of the teacher, in the assets of which everything you represented will be taken from you, if not permanently destroyed. In the eras of empire, not until your empire is conquered and its history destroyed, they will always make a comeback. Watch all the countries whose history has been destroyed. I'm telling you, it is going to take a very long time for them to get themselves back. For instance, Africa. Imagine a continent, a people who don't know their name. Imagine Africa will come and tell you cockaboo story of who you are and who you are not. And where are the custodians of African history? They distort the history line. They tell you they are who they are not. They are the one that create story on how things should be or how things should look. And the moment you begin to believe this, you people are gone. South people, you are not Biafra. And Yoma people, you are not Igbo, not to talk of Biafra. Abo people, unu elendi Igbo. Unu elendi Igbo, unu wondi aika, unu wondi abo. Unu wondi ono wo. Unu wondi utuluku, ndi akumaze. Ndi Igbo do. Unu wondi ono wo, unu wondi umunede, unu wondi abavo. Unu wondi ebake, unu wondi eboto, unu wondi ewu. Unu wondi ewu himi, unu wondi abudu, unu wondi ono wo. Unu eloni wesi yako no wo. And I understand if I go beyond this, you may not be able to understand what I have just taught you. Beware of the teachers of false history. Beware of this fake teacher. Once you buy their fake doctrine, your people are gone. Beware of people coming to tell you fake history on the social media. You may think they will not be able to take over your life at the moment. But believe me, if you give in to it, all of you are gone. We have kept quiet all this while. They say Bendel Igbo, Delta Igbo, Hausa Igbo, Yoruba Igbo. We kept quiet. Where has it led us to? If we are Bendel Igbo or Delta Igbo or Edo Igbo or Ikwere Igbo, what have we benefited from it? What have we benefited from it? You see Igbo people organizing small, petty group. They are initiating Ohaneze Igbo from Ikwere. They come on social media. They pay some people to come and talk rubbish. And they say, Ikwere is Igbo. Ikwere is Igbo. We are not from Benin. Ikwere, and you'll be clapping. What has Ikwere people benefited from Igbo people? And why is Igbo people so desperate to distort history? Why is it that Igbo believe that Abo is Igbo, but Igbo is not Abo? What are they running for? My brother, beware of the order of the teachers and how they influence your people. And you mount up your own teachers. And the only way you can do that is set up organization. You must set up union. Who will go about teaching our people who they are? Our monarch, you people have been quiet for so long. Stakeholders of our communities, you people have been quiet for so long. If you people don't start creating platform, encouraging the next generation by telling them the truth of who they are, tomorrow they will become who they are not. Look at black Americans, African Americans as they call them. 99.9% of them don't know who they are. They will die defending that they are African America. We are African America. But was there anything truly like African America? But let's leave it at that. Or you want us to say that we are Nigerian Igbo, Bendel Igbo, Hausa Igbo, Yoruba Igbo, knowing fully well that the Igbo order of custodian or teacher have been deployed to change narrative about our history, culture, and tradition. Don't let them have their way. We shall continue on this series, hopefully tomorrow by the grace of God. I would have done this earlier before now, but having so much challenges that prevent me from being able to schedule. Thank God we made it now. So we will continue to look deeply into the order of the teacher. Remember, the teacher are the most powerful order. Don't take them for granted. We must fund them. We must support them. We must encourage them. We must guide them by the truth they will teach us. Of course, the order of the monarch must guide them by the truth. The order of the merchandise must guide them by the truth. The order of the slave must be guided by the truth. That truth which must proceed from the teachers. On this note, we are bringing up series of teachers in the coming days who will teach the next generation of our people who we are before they will change our history and make us lose our way. I'll go to the comment section now and look for insult and attack from these Igbo Biafra people who say they migrated from Israel. I see Jugunu. I greet you, Jugunu. I see Alhaji EO, mainly from Jaja of Opobo, Nana of Ishekiri, and Sultan of Sokoto are the notable ones. Okay. I see, he said, okay. I see Alex. He said, you be correct, foolish animal. Which language do you speak? And now you see what I've just told you. This is Alex Nwa God. And of course, you know it's Igbo man. I speak Abo language, Alex Nwa God. And Abo language is not Igbo language. Alex Nwa God. This is the problem why I have to be calling Igbo people out. You know, Hausa person has just made a comment. He did not insult me. He did not antagonize me. He dropped his opinion and moved on. Igbo man, Alex Nwa God. You are telling me that Abo, Eka dialect, Eka language is Igbo, and you call me animal. Now you see why Igbo people are going to suffer for a very long time in Nigeria, until your teachers begin to teach you to respect your father and your mother. Because Igbo people don't respect their father, they don't respect their mother. How do I expect them to respect me? And the same people want to unite with me and incorporate me into their hopelessness. How do you think I will accept that? Alex Nwa God, Igbo Mumu. Do Abo people speak Igbo? Alex Nwa God, if I speak Abo, will you understand what I'm saying? Can you be able to communicate with me? Manandi Igbo ama nwike isu asusu ndi Abo. Anyị wụ ndị Agbo, anyị ji mọnụ ali anyị rie agwọ onwe anyị ukwu unu asaka nụ ihe anyị reku. Elesi na ewedo obi ọnụ anyị ale n'ụlọ ghọta ihe anyị reku. Ndị ohi. Then Agbo speak. What makes us the same? This is why you fight Yoruba, you fight Hausa, you drag us into what we don't know. Hausa we say Bender people are Inyamere, Akwa Ibom people are Inyamere, Idoma people are Inyamere. Everybody in the supposed old eastern region are Inyamere. Hausa we are not Inyamere. When you people have problem with Igbo people in your region, you see South people, they are not in Yamere. Idoma is not in Yamere. Gala is not in Yamere. Abo is not in Yamere. Bini is not in Yamere. The earlier you people know this, the better for all of us. You can see the first comment by Igbo animal. You see how they are behaving. And somewhere along the line, people say, leave Igbo alone. Don't generalize it. Their teacher has separated themselves. Igbo have different kind of teacher. They have the group that are teaching their people to be making peace. They have the group that are teaching their people to be running on the offense, insulting you. That is why I call all of you. You see all those Igbo people pretending to be attacking fellow Igbo. You have to watch them closely. Their teachers are doing their job very well. Let me leave our lesson. You see, okay, we have talked about that. Let's look at another person. I see Nnole Ifeanyi. He say, keep speaking the bitter truth. Thank you, Nnole. Of course, Nnole is a normal person. I can see the heritage in his profile picture. So forget about the Ifeanyi. Ifeanyi is not Igbo language. Igbo don't have language. They don't have culture. They don't have tradition. They don't have heritage. We will assemble. Our teachers are assembling everything they are calling Igbo heritage. Before the end of this year, we will expose all of them. Then still Benin cap, say na Igbo cap. Then still British cap, winter cap, say na Igbo cap. Everything they steal it. Because their teachers have been actively destroying everywhere. We go to the next comment section there. What is his name? Francis Fona. Thank you very much. Of course, we shall be looking into the issue of Ijele. I see my brother with the Jewish write-up. He say pure truth. Thank you so much. Our duty here is to tell our people the truth. I see there is somebody I saw here. His name is Josh. And for some reason, I'm not able to access his comment. But let our people know. Every community, begin to raise your teachers. Begin to activate the order of teachers. I see one Igbo man, Joseph. Joseph says, George Onibe, Mpuru Mini, you left uncompleted building. Now you are in the forest. Mpuru Mini. Yes, I'm in the forest because the uncompleted building, no network. So I went out the bush and now there is network. And the Igbo people, anya. Without Yoruba people teaching Igbo to wear cloth, all of you were naked before Igbo come. That is why Igbo people were the cheapest criminal used by the criminal called colonial master. I'm in the forest. Unknown gunmen, where do they live? In the forest. Igbo people are the one in the forest. You people will dig a shallow grave, kill fellow Igbo, eat the parts you will eat, part of their body you will eat, the other part of their body you will sell it. The one you did not sell, you will bury it in a shallow grave. Is that not what Igbo people are doing in the forest? After you start calling Hausa Fulani. Fulani herdsmen are killing Igbo people, but you people are the cannibal in Nigeria. I call upon you Anyoma people. I call upon you South people. The earlier you wake up your teachers, sponsor your teachers, bring all your teachers online to counter this wrong narrative that they are using against our people. I see Thomas Sankara. I say very soon you will be ashamed to call yourself an Igbo man. Yes, Thomas Sankara, that is the truth. Since they don't want to get sense, when we are done with them, if they call you Igbo man, you will deny. You know, we kept quiet all this time. So they decided to engage the four others to the detriment of other ethnic groups in Nigeria. And yet they play the victim. We shall see how it ends. I see Crown Bears Jasper. He said, carry on. You are a great man. I am humble, Jasper. Let them be fooling themselves. Let them be insulting their father and their mother. When we are done with them in the coming days, when you tell them you are Igbo man, they say, no, I'm not Igbo. Begin to look for the name you will answer. And all of you who has committed crime, heinous crime against indigenous ethnic groups in Nigeria, when they ask you where do you come from, call your village name. If you say you are Oka man, we will respect you. If you say you are Mbitoru man, we will respect you. If you say you are Okigwe man, we will respect you. If you say you are Angwa man, we will respect you. Tell us your village name. If you tell us you are Igbo man, you have just told us you are a criminal, a low-esteem individual. And when you put it Biafra, you are gone because you are worse than devil. And when you are begging for unity, you are a criminal because you are a disgrace. Don't worry. This music you have been playing, you will surely dance to it. So Igbo people, drop your insult on the comment section. We'll continue from there later. So do not toy with the order of the custodians, the teachers. We shall do more expose by tomorrow by the grace of God, still on the order of the custodians, which are the teachers. Do not undermine the teachers. Do not ignore the teachers, most especially the one that teaches the truth. Monitor what they are teaching your people and counter it when necessary. Support it when you know it is the truth, because they are the brain boss of every organization, of every society. Have a nice day. See you later.